We are back in Strixhaven Standard with a Prismari deck that's based around stealing our opponent's stuff and using it against them. So, to do that, we have obviously our stealing cards, Kiora, Best of Sea God, Tempted by the Oriq, and Lullmage's Domination. We also have Ulvita and its flip side, Narsetti, that can exile the top card of our opponent's library, and we can cast it as though it were, and use mana of any color to cast it. And I get +1/+1 counters for casting exiled spells. Then we have Divide by 0, Mystical Dispute to tempo out our opponent, Auron's Epiphany to draw, take extra turns, Behold the Multiverse, draw some cards, Prismari Command, catch all. For our sideboard, for our Divide by 0, we have 1 Environmental Sciences, 2 Teachings of the Archaics, 1 Start from Scratch, 2 Elemental Summonings, and 1 Mascot Exhibition. As always, deck lists will be in the Discord down below, make sure you join, and if you enjoyed this video, please consider liking and subscribing. Now on to the games. We are playing Red-Blue Prismari, Steal Your Stuff. Let's see, going against a Yorion deck, so unfortunately this is probably like the one matchup that Tempted by the Oriq isn't really that great on. He is deciding whether to keep or mulligan. He goes first. Probably gonna keep this. Start off with the Frost Boil, Snarl. Playing a Ketria Triumph. Still don't know if he's playing Ultimatum or not. So he plays another Ketria Triumph, which means he might be playing Genesis Ultimatum. There's a Cultivate. Two Swamps. So he is playing Ultimatum. Play the Island. Fast turn. Plays a Swamp. Plays a Beanstalk Giant. Turtle Footsteps. Gets a Forest. Grabs Yorion. I will behold the Multiverse. Bone Crusher Giant to the bottom. Play this for blue. Pass a turn. Discard a Storm's Wrath. Plays a Fable Passage. Adds the 7 mana, so Ultimatum probably coming. We will see. Waking Trolls. Bounce this. I don't know what it does. Grab a Mascot Exhibition. Play this for blue. Play Narsetti. Plays a Professor Onyx. Exiles.
Darn. Looks like you flunked out. Well.
Bone Crusher Giant.
Thank you for all the kindness.
Pass a turn. We do have a Mystical Dispute now. We will Mystical Dispute the Waking the Trolls. Cannot Mascot Exhibition. Go ahead and play the Bone Crusher Giant. Pass a turn. Plays a Fable Passage. Plays a Kiora, Best of Sea Gods. Yep. Mind you. Play Prismari Command. Create a treasure, draw 2 cards. Wow. Card Storm's Wrath. Discard. Tempted by the Oriq. No, discard the... Yeah, discard Tempted by the Oriq. Mighty Island. Pass the turn. Plays a mountain. Plays a Yorion. Bounces Kiora, Best of Sea Gods. I don't think I'm winning this. I don't think there's anything I can do to win. Resolve. Creates another Kraken. Yeah, alright, concede. He got there. On to the next one. We are playing red, blue, Prismari. Steal your stuff in Strixhaven standard. He will swing with the Serrated Scorpion. Play a Fable Passage. I will foretell. Behold the multiverse. Cracks to Fable Passage for a red. Looks like he's playing either the Crocs or the Awaken the Blood Avatar deck. Plays a Bastion of Remembrance. Swing for 1. This is an enchantment. If only this had destroyed target artifact or enchantment, it would be so much better. Swing for 1, 2 again. Plays a Woe Strider. Hey. I will behold the multiverse. Put those to the bottom. Yikes. Reveal that. Pass the turn. Discard a mountain. Goes to combat. Swings of everything besides the goat. I will Bone Crusher Giant, Rose Strider. He will Village Rites Woe Strider. Draw 2 cards. Swing for 2. Play a Fable Passage. Or a Swamp. Plays another Woe Strider. I will go ahead and Bone Crusher Giant for 2 again. Resolve. Pass the turn. Go to combat. Swing for 2. Plays a Hunt. Okay. Grabs a Pest Summoning. Divide by 0 now. On the Bastion. Grab a environmental science. Or telecard. Play environmental sciences. Gain 2 life. Grab a red mana. Pass the turn. Swings for 3. Plays the pest summonings. Play Alrin's Epiphany. Play Kiora, Best to See Gods. Swing for 2. Passing the turn. Plays a Bastion of Remembrance. Swing, 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 swing. Go down, 2/4 life. Pass the turn. Alright. Tap everything. Behold the multiverse. Put those 2 to the bottom. Play a land. Behold the multiverse. Put those 2 to the bottom. Divide by 0. That's what we needed. Alright. Don't get a land, 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 don't get a land. Bastion of Remembrance. Okay. No! The village rights got her! Alright, he did it. On to the next one. We are playing Red Blue Prismari. Steal your stuff in Strixhaven Standard. Going against another Yorion deck. This time, it does look like I'm going against Ultimatum instead of that weird deck that I was going against last time. We will keep Lullmage Domination on top. Plays a Temple of Mystery. Or Telstar. I will pass. Plays a Forest. Pass the turn. I will go ahead and deal 2 damage to his face right now. Play the island. Go ahead and play Bone Crusher Giant. There's the Omen of the Sea. Scry's on top. There's a Heartless Act or something. Yep. Play the Quandrix Cultivator. Searches his library. Or a forest. Plays an island. Pass a turn. I will go ahead and play Nasari. See if he kills it. Looks like that's what he's planning on doing. No, he just straight up plays an Alrin's Epiphany. Okay. Draws a card. Will he kill it now? Vorinclex. No blocks. Vorinclex is interesting. I did get a saw coming. It'll land. Play a will. +1 on the Vorinclex.
The ones rule. Just take a moment.
Kill the Vorinclex. Pass a turn. Plays the Heartless Act. Grabs Yorion. Swings. And... hey.
This is why I didn't want to
Play an island. Play Kiora, Best to See Gods. Only has 3 cards in his graveyard. Which is strange for this deck, I think. Plays a Cultivate. Well, that got him like perfect mana for what he needs now. Plays an Elspeth's Nightmare. Swing for 2. Okay. Bounce the Elspeth's Nightmare. Grab a... Teachings of the Archaics. Play a Teaching of the Archaics. Play a Frostboil Snarl. Swing for 8. Is this ultimatum coming? Is this ultimatum coming? Wolf Willowhaven. Okay. Oh, Shadow's Verdict. Huh. Take the Quandrix Cultivator. Play the Bone Crusher Giant. Pass the turn. He will eliminate Bone Crusher Giant. Okay. Plays a land. Plays Elspeth's Nightmare. There's the Yorion. Mystical Dispute Yorion. Deal 2 damage to his face. Go to combat, swing for 3. Fight a Bone Crusher Giant. Pass the turn. Grabs the Lullmage Domination. Kiora, bestest god. Okay. Concedes. Okay, we got there, beating out the Orion's ultimatum. On to the next one. We are playing red, blue. Steal your stuff against another Orion deck. Jesus Christ. All the Orions, all the ultimatums. There's the Nandrotha trial, but maybe not ultimatum? Question mark. Ketria trial. Go ahead, foretell, behold the multiverse. Link. Grabs the Orion. Pass a turn. Plays a Fable Passage. Plays a Binding of Titan. Each player mills 3 cards. I will behold the multiverse. Put the Lullmage to the bottom, grab the D. Pass the turn. Sacrifices the Fable Passage. Discard another Lullmage Domination. Exile 2 spells, it doesn't really matter, I don't have any graveyard synergies. Plays a Binding of the Old Gods. That is also fine. I will bottom. Foretell Alrund's Epiphany. Pass the turn. Grabs another Nandrotha Triumph. Grabs a Fable Passage. This isn't a Dance of the Mance deck. I mean, I guess it could be. Play the Swamp. There's a Orion. Go ahead and Mystical Dispute that. Play an Alrund's Epiphany. Play a Rowan. +1 Rowan.
The Prismari
Swing for 2.
some good moves.
Pass a turn. Glass Casket. Okay. Glass Casket is an artifact, so it does get hit by Prismari command. But I mean, it doesn't matter. This is a token. One, two, three, 4, 5, 6. Okay. There's a Witherbloom command. Mills 3 cards. Grabs a Fable Passage from his graveyard. Pass the turn. There's the Prismari command. +1.
Let's see how many hits you can take.
I will pass. He's sacrificing. concedes. Alright, there we go. We got there. I don't know what this deck was, but we beat it. 2-2 right now. On to the next one. We are playing red-blue big spells. And Strixhaven, standard. Well, not big spells, stealing stuff. Or trying to, at least. So far, we've done it with mild success. I think we've done it a little bit of times. Kabira Plateau, Kabira Takedown. Okay. Play a Clarion Spirit. Gonna go ahead and immediately get rid of that. Plays. I will foretell Alrund's Epiphany. Dranith Magistrate. Well, can't let him have that. Go ahead and take that out right away. Dranith Magistrate does pose a problem to this deck. So there's the Needle Verge pathway. There's an Elite Spellbinder. See what he takes. Takes Attempted by Oriq. That's interesting. I will do this. Drop a Kiora, Best of Sea Gods. Drop a Kiora, Best of Sea Gods. Play to land. Fast attack. There's a redeem. Go ahead, play Nasari. Plays a Fable Passage, activates Fable Passage. Or a Forest. Interesting. Swings for 2. Plays a Love Struck piece. Heart's Desire. Okay. At the beginning of my upkeep, exile that card to each opponent's library. What are you gonna get? What are we stealing first? Bone Crusher Giant. How many cards did he have in his graveyard? Double Bone Crusher this. Swing for 5. We'll take 5. There's a Love Struck Beast. Swinging for 1. We need another land. Give us another land. Clarion Spirit. There's a Temple of Epiphany, so not really the land I was expecting. Tempted by Oriq to the bottom. Go ahead and play the Clarion Spirit. Put a counter on Nasari. Play the Bone Crusher Giant. And I don't think I'm gonna attack with Nasari. Looks like he's leaving mana up for a Bone Crusher Giant. Stomp. So I'll wait a turn. There it is. See, I knew it. Showdown of the Scalds. gets 2 Redains, and an Edgewall Innkeeper. Plays a Plains. Plays an Edgewall Innkeeper. Passing the turn. Just Bear Sense. Okay, I will play Alrund's Epiphany. 5, 6, 7. Go ahead and attack and attack. Box with the 1. Play this card. Play Tempted by Oriq on the Love Struck Beast. Swing of everything. Block Stare. Whenever you cast a spell, there's the Concede. Beating him with his own things. Stealing his stuff. Onto the wrap-up. And that was Prismari Steal Your Stuff in Strixhaven Standard. At first, it didn't look too well, but later on, last 3 games, Narsetti doing exactly what we wanted it to do, especially that last game, stealing stuff each turn, being able to cast it, making it go bigger and bigger. Got it a 9/9. Tempted by Oriq and Lullmage's Domination didn't turn out to be as good as I thought they would. It's probably better to focus around the Narsetti and replace these entirely with something else. Kiora Best of Sea Gods did what it needed to do as well. It stole the Cultivator actually, so we could win the Ultimatum game that one time. So that was good. I would keep Kiora Best of Sea God, keep Narsetti for this deck, but I would probably change out these 2 for some more supporting cards, probably. Maybe some more creatures. We are light on creatures. Only have the 4 Bonecrusher Giants and 4 Uluvitas. But as always, deck list will be in the description in the Discord down below. Make sure you join, and if you enjoyed this video, please consider liking and subscribing. And thanks for watching.